Hey guys, it's Jarek the Gaming Dragon. Going to be doing some old Rainbow Six Vegas. This is the original Vegas game. I'm going to be playing on the map Library on Realistic on High Density using a Mac 11 with laser, an XM Win, which is actually called the XM8, and a Desert Eagle with a laser. Also using C4 and frag grenades. This is by far... C4 is always amusing. This is by far the hardest map in Vegas. Especially on Realistic, and especially on high enemy density. There's 50 enemies on this map, and it's basically just room to room pretty much. It's just door clearing. That's all you're doing the whole time. And there's either no cover or you're going from room to room. It's very annoying. Yet very fun. This is a map that you love and hate at the same time. It's a lot of fun, yet it's very, very annoying and very frustrating. I've kind of gotten used to just using the Desert Eagle at the beginning of the map, as you saw, because for some reason blind firing with the Desert Eagle there is just incredibly convenient, especially when they're sprinting and you blind fire and hit them in the face and they just go flying, like that one guy did. Not quite as far as they did a C4, but still amusing nonetheless. Using an ACOG on my XM8 because no reason not to. I mean, there's no reason to have a 6x scope on this map. I knew there was an enemy up there. I figured if I shot those guys down the hallway, he'd just come down and try to shoot me, but apparently not. So I ended up going to him, and he still shot me a few times. The jerk. How dare he. Also, once again, the game is Rainbow Six Vegas, the original. If someone in the comments asks, what game is this? Please give him a swift kick to the mangina. I found that the Mac 11 is very effective in this map. Almost died there. Got very, very close to dying, but I didn't die. I'm still alive. Waiting for my vision to come back. I never understood the regenerating health. It makes for a good game depending on how you do your game. Some games actually work better without regenerating health, like say Fear, which is just so fast paced it would kind of mess with it. It would force you to slow down, wait for your health to come back. But I don't know. Bullet sponge. See, look, almost dead again. I'm a bullet sponge, but bullet holes heal really quick. I'm Wolverine with guns. The AI in the first game is a lot stupider than the second one. I never thought I would say that. The AI is so stupid in both of them. We've determined they're modified aimbots. But in the first one, they actually throw grenades. Which is scary, because you can't sprint in the first game, and suddenly there's a frag in between your feet. You're fucked. There's nothing you can do. It's like, holy shit, where did this come from? In the second one, usually they just sit there and throw 5 flashbangs at you before, you shoot them. They won't shoot you. They'll take the time to stop, come to a full stop after sprinting, and then throw a flash at you. What? Why would you do that? Once again, almost died. I have come so close to dying this match, and like I mentioned, this is easily the hardest map in any of the Vegas games. So many enemies, so much room clearing. I have it on Realistic. I mean, 50 enemies, this is, I believe, the most you can ever get off any map. So it's definitely a hard map. I miss the original Vegas maps, I really do. The 3 for 1! Woo! But I really do miss the original Vegas maps. Like, they were just a lot more complex and a lot more... You can tell there was just a little bit more effort put into them to make a good multiplayer game. Like, this one for multiplayer was a pretty fun game because everyone just ran around with SMGs spraying everywhere. Like, it was a faster paced Vegas game. Usually there's someone in those rooms, but there was no one in there that time. Here is hard to clear. You just kind of gotta open up that door and then let them pour out, and then just shoot them. You don't have much other options because there's no cover, really. No useful cover you can use to shoot at anyone inside of that room. So really the only thing you gotta do is wait for them to come out, because you can't just bum rush them. I mean, the only reason I rushed in to one of the guys to this guy here is just because I knew he was reloading, but I didn't quite know where he was, so it was sort of a big risk. Now here comes the fun part. Let me just pull out my XM Win here. But this is the fun part. Going upstairs is even harder than downstairs. And I kept looking around here because when you step on the stairs it makes different footstep noises, so I thought someone was following me. But upstairs is even harder. There's less cover, there's more open rooms, and there's more enemies. So, and usually there's not a guy with a shotgun there, but I just said screw it and ran. There was no way I was going to sit there with a guy with a shotgun. There's nothing I could have done. I took the pussy route here, where you attract enemies and then just run back and shoot them over here, because there's more cover back here and you can have more of a shootout. It's a little bit easier. But the problem with it is that they can come from any direction. That's the main problem. They can come from behind me, as you can see I keep looking behind me. They can come from behind you, or they can come from in front of you, or from up those stairs. Which actually the biggest threat is if they come up those stairs, because you can't turn to my character's right, which is your left, what you're looking at. You can't turn to that angle because the railing is there. Oh, and I blew that C4 intentionally up behind him because they always stop and look at the explosion. Less of a chance for them shooting you and killing you in one shot out of random bullshit things, which this game is known for, because, I mean, the AI is just modified aimbots. I will keep saying that. But, I forgot what I was even talking about. Get me going on the game's modified aimbotness, and I just won't stop. Trying to draw more enemies here, that's what I was trying to do. Turned the corner, I saw him, he was holding a shotgun, I said fuck it, and ran. Now here I kind of had to be careful, because where they were, I knew some of them would come up behind me. I just didn't know how they would, what direction exactly. I didn't know if they'd come up the stairs or go directly out of that building, or out of that room. I wanted them to come from that direction, which is why I kept shooting from over there. Usually they run at where the bullets are coming from, which is stupid, doesn't make any sense. Also, yes, the XM Win is the XM Win. Man, I go on flying! I forgot how much stronger everything was in the first game. The bullets do a lot more damage, and especially the grenades, man. They can kill you from like so far away. And you thought they were deadly in the second game. Here someone started shooting at me from behind. I didn't exactly know where he was. I figured he was kind of over by the stairs, but didn't know where. Just waited for him to start reloading and then popped out to shoot him. Before taking cover again. That's what I meant by I kind of had to be careful, because I knew enemies would come up behind me, but I didn't know where. Oh, and FYI, you might as well just start considering this a walkthrough at this point. Oh, and this is also what I was talking about by them coming up the stairs, because you can't turn and aim around a corner, aim over there at all. So I eventually just said, screw it, and just gonna huck the grenade over there and just said, fine, eat a grenade. Eat it! And I won, because it actually killed him, surprisingly. That guy had a shotgun, just waiting for him to start reloading. I'm not about to stick my head out, because the freaking... Whenever they have a shotgun in their hand, suddenly it becomes a shotgun sniper rifle. And it's instant death. So annoying. It's kind of like, if you ever played Splinter Cell Chaos Theory, that shotgun in that game, which was, sometimes it would have no accuracy, sometimes it would be like ridiculous accuracy, and you can snipe someone across the map. So, pulled out my Mac 11. I kind of didn't want to go anywhere, but enemies spawn depending on what you do. If you walk into a certain room, they'll spawn in a certain area, usually behind doors that you have to open, but sometimes they'll spawn right in front of you in the first one. Doesn't really happen much in the second one, but in the first one it happened quite a bit, especially if you're playing with more than one person. So I kind of had to move around, and I'm being really careful because I don't know where they are or where they would spawn. I know there's 11 enemies left, but I mean, one is more than enough to kill you because they're so... God, one shot you're dead, but whole mag they're still alive. Vegas 2 is a little worse with that. The first one's not as bad. Here I contemplated going through that door or that door, and I don't regret my decision. Once again, I almost died. I heard other enemies, so I said, oh my gosh, gotta take cover, and just pray no one comes through that door. Let a lot of them go into the room I was in, then blind fire. The Mac 11 is really good for blind firing in the first game. It's also very effective on this map in general, just because of everything you're doing and how close people are. It's a fun gun to use. Still my favorite SMG in any of the Vegas games. It's gotta be the MP9. Favorite shotgun in the first one's gotta be the XM23. That thing is ridiculous. In the second game, it's a little different. It's slowed the rate of fire down. Disappointed. Really disappointing me. Oh, and figures as soon as I start reloading, they walk by the door. Yeah, slowed the rate of fire down. Disappointed me. So, favorite shotgun in the second game is that Mossberg, which is pretty awesome. There's 2 enemies left. The ones that walk right by the door. I knew they would come back. So I'm like, I'm not moving. I made my mind up. I'm not stepping out from behind this wall. And this is why I said I am glad I don't regret. You know, I just don't regret my decision of going into this room instead of the other room. I fired that guy, started reloading. I'm glad they're stupid. He could have easily killed me. Then I killed him, and woo! Mission successful. You don't know how hard that map is. It's pretty ridiculous. So that's realistic on the map library on high enemy density. If you want to try your luck, go get the Vegas 1 and Vegas 2. Go get the Vegas games. They're a lot of fun. Still, in my opinion, the best tactical shooters out there. Notice how I said tactical shooters. I still can't really say what my favorite shooter is. Probably Half-Life 1, but still a lot of fun. Go try it out. So that has been my gameplay of the map library.